Hey, good morning. Just thought I'd give you a quick little peek at our kitchen. I showed you the island the other day that we did at the customer's house. We did a pure white, and now we're doing all the cabinet doors for the rest of the cabinet in Paris gray. So these are the doors that we started with. They're beautiful, but just need a little update. I cleaned them all with Crud Cutter, which is a degreaser, and there's different ones on the market, but this is the one we use. And then rinsed them all with clear water, just wiped them all down so that all of the grit is off. And now I'm using Sloan paint, color Paris gray. And this is the first coat, so I thought I'd give you a quick peek at how we do this. I'm using an Sloan paintbrush. This is the small, number 8. And you can see how fast this goes on. Now this is it's going to be a little bit transparent, but it's pretty obvious like how quickly this can go on. And we're going to do just a quick base coat of this, both sides. And then we'll go back and we'll have to hit them again with the second coat once this dries. But we have our fans going just to keep everything in production. Now this is a raised panel door. So what I like to do is I always hit my big flat surfaces first. And then I just kind of keep working around the perimeter. I don't want a lot of buildup in these crevices because it gets to be too much. And I'll always be coming back anyway and hitting it with the second coat. So I just kind of keep working my way around and getting just little bits. I'm not having to put a lot of pressure. And I'm just using nice long strokes and getting this in those edges and crevices. I don't ever really want to dip and go right into that crevice. And usually I like to go back and kind of go with the construction of the cabinet door and try to smooth it out. So I dip in just a little amount in the can, and you can get nice long strokes. And I don't really need a real thick coat because I know I'm going to go back and hit it anyway with the second coat. So I usually do the center panel first. And I have this, we have like a system here where we have them propped up either on boxes, or I keep bits of foam that we have them propped up on just to keep it off so I can do the edge without it sticking it off. I usually like to do these middle sections next. And you want to make sure when you hit this edge that you don't have a ton of extra paint, because otherwise it'll like puddle up underneath. And you certainly don't want that, because then later you might have to sand that off. Oops, I got a little bit in there. Now I'm going to do, these panels are so long that I can't quite reach this other side easily. I'm going to try. And if I miss anything on this edge, when I come back around and flip it over, I can hit it again. Because we'll do the back side then, after this dries. The thing that's nice about this paint is we have, I don't know, 20 doors to do maybe. And we can kind of set up a production area. And we do kitchen cabinets both ways. Some days we paint them, we leave them on their hinges and hanging in the kitchen. This job was about an hour away. So for us, it's kind of nice that we could bring them back here and work on them in our shop. And that way we don't have to be driving every day. And I'm just going to... So you can see how I always put, when I first dip in the can, I always try to hit on the big flat surfaces first, because you don't want it dripping over the edges. And then when my brush is a little drier, I can go along and just hit that edge real quick. And there we go. That's a whole door. One coat on the face. We'll let this dry. And if I need to, I can always go in with a little artist brush if there's any puddling. Although it's pretty good. I don't really like any paint. See how that just got rid of all those extra little bumps in there? So I always like to, I love Annie's brush. Sometimes I just keep a little one right in the crevices, little artist brush. Now I just ordered Annie's artist brushes yesterday, so soon I'll have those in hand. I'll see how those work. And that's it. So we'll let this dry. I'll move on to my next door, and I'll give you a post later and let you know how the kitchen's coming. So thanks for joining us. See you later.